Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing extremely well, and for today's video I'm going to talk about this Maybelline Dream Satin Skin Foundation. It comes with spf24 and PA++. I'm in the shade B3. This is not an exact match for me. This is a tad bit lighter, but there is nothing a bronzer cannot fix. So yes, this is not a perfect match for me, and this one retails for 700 rupees and you get 30 ml of the quantity. You get 30 ml of the foundation. So yes, if you want to know my thoughts on this product, keep on watching. So this foundation comes in the standard glass bottle with a pump dispenser and a cap. I've used this for a couple of times, so the cap got dirty. And all the ingredients are listed on the back of the sticker. Here, if you open this one, you'll find all the ingredients listed here. And this foundation got spf24 and PA++. This is an air whipped liquid foundation that justifies the texture of this foundation. This one got like really thick, moussey kind of texture, like really creamy texture. I really like the texture of this foundation. This is really creamy and easy to apply. And the one thing I don't like about this foundation is you cannot make this foundation work with any brush, because I've tried it with a stippling brush and a buffing brush. Now whenever I use the buffing brush, it gives me that cakey look, like a thick layer of foundation sitting on top of your skin. And when I use this stippling brush, this foundation goes really streaky. It doesn't get absorbed into the skin, it just sits on top of the skin. So I've tried both of these brushes and none of these worked, and then I've tried to apply this with my fingers. It was good with fingers, and later I've tried to apply it with beauty blender, and that worked really good. So if you want to use this foundation, you have to either use your fingers or a wet sponge. I personally recommend you guys to use this foundation with your beauty blender or any other makeup sponge, because this is one of those foundation which sits on top of your skin. It doesn't get absorbed into your skin. So if you use your fingers, you can feel that stickiness. The other thing I really don't like about this is it is next to impossible to layer this foundation, because if you use a little bit extra than you actually need, it instantly gives that grayish effect. Even though the shade matches to the point, it instantly gives that grayish effect. I'm going to apply this foundation with my beauty blender. As you guys can see, this doesn't provide like a high coverage. This is more like light to medium coverage. I do not say this as a medium coverage also, because you can see the tiny to tiniest spot on my face, so it is kind of a light coverage. If you want more dewy finish, you have to use your fingers to apply this foundation. After applying this, you have to wait at least 5 to 10 minutes to get rid of that stickiness, and then you'll be left with this beautiful satiny finish on your skin, and then you can set it with a powder or a bronzer, whatever you wish. I recommend you guys to wait for 10 minutes and set it with the powder, even though you got a dry skin, because if you sweat, it goes sticky again. So make sure you set this with the powder. If you set this foundation with the powder, you can get the wait time up to 5 hours, and after that it will start creasing. But the other day I've used this foundation with this Color primer, and I'm pretty surprised because I wore it for a straight 10 hours and the foundation is still on my face, still intact. I didn't expect this foundation will give that much of wear time. So you can definitely increase the wear time of this foundation by using a primer underneath. And also the one thing I have observed is if you use a primer underneath, you don't feel that stickiness, so it kind of helps to reduce that stickiness as well. So if you're a person who uses primer regularly, you can definitely go for this foundation. But I do not recommend this foundation to the oily skin people, because this one is the kind of a dewy finish, so it makes you look more oily. And also the shade range of this foundation is not pretty impressive. I think they have launched 6 to 7 shades in this range, The deeper ones are more orangey and the lighter ones are straight away with the pink undertones. So I don't think a lot of people are going to benefit with this range. So in a nutshell, if you're a big fan of Maybelline products, or if you're someone who is collecting Maybelline products, go and buy this one, because other than that I really don't find anything special about this foundation. So if you're looking for an affordable lightweight foundation for everyday use, I do not recommend this one, because nobody got time to wait 10 to 15 minutes just to set their foundation on a busy morning. So I do not recommend this one. And also I do not recommend this one to the oily skin people, but if you're with extremely dry skin, you might give this a go, but a big no-no for oily skin people. And that wraps up our video, guys. I hope you find this review helpful. So I think you can totally skip this foundation, because there are lots of foundations which will perform really good when compared to this one. So you can totally skip this one. And also, if you like these looks, stay tuned. There will be a tutorial coming on this look next week, so make sure you subscribe to the channel to get notified. And yes, if you like the review, give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.